If anybody's been listening to my channel for more than 2 minutes, they know that I'm a New Hampshire free stater and that I support secession and the decentralization of the federal cabal. And until states reassert their sovereignty, there's no getting out of this. And I was in a little bit of I was worrying about something recently. Our present governor here in New Hampshire, Governor Sununu, well-known family, political family. Some have argued he's a bit of a deep stater, but I have found him in the state of New Hampshire to be a great governor. Don't agree with 100% of what he says, but 9 out of 10 things that he talks about, I agree with, and I can work with that. There was some talk about him trying to run for the New Hampshire Senate seat, which of course I'm vehemently against, because I'm really sort of done personally participating in the federal system. And I think that state sovereignty, specifically New Hampshire sovereignty, needs to be protected. And losing somebody good who is doing a great job of protecting gun rights, basically protecting individual liberty generally, and certainly from an economic standpoint, he's been doing a great job. I didn't want to lose him. I didn't want to lose an effective governor. We have an effective legislature, and all moving in the right direction, all moving in a very libertarian, small government direction. The Free State Project chose New Hampshire for very specific reasons, and it's working. And losing him to go participate in the federal system as a junior senator just wouldn't work. Now, it is unfortunate that we do have a federal delegation of Democrats, liberal Democrats. It's a New England state, so that is to be expected to a certain extent. I'd like to see them gone too, but I think there's a better way. And so I wanted to thank Governor Sununu for deciding to stay as the governor. I think he's much better served. He's much better serving us as a governor than running off to Washington, D.C. to play all the games that they play down there. Ultimately, I would love to see New Hampshire and other states secede to regain their sovereignty. That's a battle that I think needs to be fought, because it's just a matter of time before the various politicians that come along make up different emergencies, take away, strip powers. What's to stop a politician from coming and saying, anybody that's doesn't have the jab, can't go out at night or something like that. That people clearly are not willing to go crazy in the streets unless they're being forced to by almost extreme measures, as we see in Australia and other parts of the world. But Australia really does come to mind. They're in a true police state. And they gave up their guns, surprisingly, 10, 15 years ago. So no surprise there. Let anybody tell you that gun control is not about control. They're lying to you. It's as simple as that. So a thank you to Governor Sununu, for sure. And to those who were hating against him and saying that he's better served running off to, D.C., I think they're misguided. We'll find somebody else to run for those seats, the senator seats, the Congress seats. They all need to be challenged. I hope that they will. I hope that they go to people that are more in line with the ideals of New Hampshire. New Hampshire is a bit of an exception in New England in that it is a small government. It does have a small government, and it does strive to protect individual liberties. And it's very different than its liberal neighbors to the south, Massachusetts, Vermont, and New York, and Maine to a lesser extent. So we have something that's happened very good here. It's a win for state sovereignty. And I encourage everybody who can hear this message in their own states to think about how their local state government can be maximized and the influence of the federal system can be minimized. Because while that money flows from the federal coffers, the printing press, and while men with guns will come to enforce their ridiculous, illegal mandates, It's only the states that are our refuge from the tyranny that will flow and is flowing and has been flowing for a long time from Washington. The Anti-Federalists knew it then. We're experiencing it now. If there's any doubt in your mind, just remember, the Constitution and voting got us to exactly where we are today. Stay free.